Welcome everybody. Windy City Savage live back at it. Co-host, introduce yourself.
Guys, it's me. It's SG3. How y'all doing this evening?
What's up, people? I am the Windy City Savage himself. Let's get into the news. And the counter programming continues. WWE does not want to stop counting programming AEW. I mean, look, man, I get it. You got to really stick it to the competition, but man, these guys are getting really aggressive. So it's set. It looks like it's gonna be set. We're gonna have a pay-per-view September 21st. And we already got an announcement. Well, we got a little rumor that, or maybe it was official, that no, it was official, sorry, that it's gonna be called WrestlePalooza. That is the pay-per-view or PLE, sorry. That's actually a WCW PLE, I think.
I was like, yeah,
But it sounds like a fucking convention.
it does.
Yeah, WrestlePalooza.
Come everyone to WrestlePalooza.
Yeah, like when I heard that, I'm like, WrestlePalooza, is that a fucking convention coming up? Like, the hell? It seems like that's gonna be the next counter programming when it comes to WWE. And I guess that's the one where they're planning to do Cena versus Brock.
Yeah, they're talking about going quick.
And that's gonna compete against AEW's All Out. So look, we get it. I mean, WWE are really trying to stick it to AEW the last few weeks, the last few months. They tried to do that with All In when they had three. Was it three? Yep. It was Saturday Night's Main Event, NXT's PLE, as well as Women's Evolution. And so put it this way, to AEW's credit, they really did hold their own against them. They did really good numbers at the gate, in the arena, as well as they're basically the talk of the weekend. I mean, the Women's Evolution did top it off of at that weekend, but really was AEW as well, you know?
Literally.
So what do you think of all this? Let me get your thoughts real quick.
Honestly, man, I get it. Bury the competition while it's coming up, you could say.
I wouldn't say it's coming up. I think it's AEW's already established itself.
What I'm saying though is for like a while, like if you look at it, they kept a consistent 400,000, 500,000 viewers. So it wasn't like on the radar. Last week, from what I saw, I think they drew 900,000, and then came Adam Copeland, and that dropped the viewers again. So it's like you're getting more. You're now starting to get more eyes on the product. That's what WWE didn't want.
So put it this way, I'm a big AEW fan as well as WWE. I don't think I think their growth has already stunned. I think they're just gonna get a consistent 600,000 to 700 on a good day. I don't think they're gonna grow any bigger than this. And I think it's basically you already have your set core fans, but they're still the second biggest ones in the market, and that's not gonna go away. So they're trying to stick it to them by basically try to run them off the map at this point. And one way they're doing this, and this is kind of, honestly, this is kind of really bad for TNA itself, but they're trying to land TNA a TV deal. Yeah, and they're trying to get them, well, talks are they're trying to get them on the CW. And if at all nice, they're trying to get them on a Wednesday night.
Yep.
Which I think is completely stupid of WWE to do to TNA. And I'll tell you why. One, there's no way that TNA is going to compete against AEW.
No.
I'm sorry. They don't have Tony Khan's money. They're still a small company. They're not the TNA from, back in 05. Hell, even back of 09. We do have a comment.
Zach Minger, happy National Ice Cream Pie Day. Hey, thank you for that, man.
Wait, ice cream
pie
day?
Yeah.
You put pie on the ice cream? What is that?
You put pie and then ice cream on top.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. You put, yeah. All right. Yeah, happy CM Punk Day, I guess, with the wrestling ice cream bars. So put it this way. I don't think they're going to compete, man. They just don't have the funds. I mean, yes, you could get support with WWE, and yes, you could get talent from them, exchange and all, but they still, I don't think they're still going to do great numbers for them to compete against AEW. Okay, so the first night, right? just to get the pop out there, you probably make what, like about 300,000 to 400,000 viewers.
Probably.
Yeah, take away a little bit of steam of AEW, but it goes back. You know what I mean? It gets back to it because those fans are there to stay. They're a consistent bunch of hardcore wrestling fans.
Mm-hmm.
And personally, I'm gonna watch AEW. My eyes are in AEW. I am a TNA fan. I do watch it occasionally Thursdays, but I watch so much wrestling that doesn't go weekly. So if I had to choose between AEW and TNA, AEW attracts me more. AEW has better production.
They really do.
AEW has better wrestlers.
Better wrestling.
Yep. AEW has better events, better matches. The product attracts me more. Now you could get new eyes on TNA, but I just don't think they're going to compete. And I think this is going to run TNA down to the ground a little bit more. Now, could they find another night where they could succeed? Yeah. Thursday nights, we're doing just great. Now, if they could get that on a,
Consistent basis.
yeah, on a good channel, that could work.
Yeah.
That could get a consistent 300,000 to 400,000 a week, which is not bad for a third promotion.
No.
And they could get back up there. But competing against AEW, and WWE's really pushing for this, and I think TNA is going to listen because they really want to do what WWE tells them to do in order to still get the talent exchange and the name out there. Because anybody that works with WWE gets gets the fans' eyes on the product.
Yeah.
And right now, that's what's going on, And plus the talent exchange, they want to keep it going. I just don't see this working out very well for them. What's your thoughts?
It's not going to work out for them because it's one of those situations where here's how I feel it's going to happen. I feel like the WWE is behind all this. They're doing this so that way they can finally start running the product dry. Eventually, WWE is going to come in. You know what, guys? We'll go ahead and buy you out.
Well, yeah, when it turns into shit.
That's what they're saying. We'll buy you guys out. We'll go ahead and resurrect you guys. But it's cool. Go ahead.
They won't resurrect them. They're going to
go ahead and finish it.
Yeah, well, that's the point. Why would they resurrect a company that they did not have any of their hands involved with it? The company that actually tried to compete with them, they're going to end up killing them off for good, just so they could collect the tape library, because that's where the real money's at, is the tape library itself. It's the same thing what happened to WCW. They weren't, at first they were interested in the brand, but then they realized it was a shit brand, and they just collected off of the library tape, which they had made so much money from. They got way more than their investment was worth from the library itself. The same thing will go for TNA itself, especially when you have all these
styles.
Well, not only that, but even the new wrestlers in there.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Joe Henry, Santana. Like, there's so many new up-and-up stars. Yep. That came from TNA, and so much so much of that stuff you could push out there right now. This is not looking good. It really isn't for TNA. And this is where I was talking about a couple of weeks ago about WWE monopolizing the wrestling game. It's not a good thing, guys. I'm sorry, but I get it. Everybody loves WWE, but if they get their hands on every promotion, they already bought the majority of AAA.
They already did.
So this is not going to be a good thing for wrestling, because then they're going to charge you the insane prices to attend the shows.
Literally.
Yeah. And some people like this guy buys those tickets, man.
No.
Aren't you going to Raw or SmackDown?
No.
Oh, thank
God.
God.
I was looking at it, but I'm not paying $200 for nosebleeds.
Oh, thank God. I hope not. No, but you got to make a stand, man, or else they're going to keep charging you eventually, that type of prices, and it's going to keep going up, because they already said we don't really care about the hardcore fans. We're trying to get the guys that actually want to pay the money to see our
somewhat okay product.
Yeah, at this point, man, they really lost a lot of steam. Triple H is starting to show his true colors, basically. I think he was putting that happy face on, saying, yeah, I'm part of you guys, man. I want to give you fans what you want to see. Now that he got us sucked in, all right, it's my game now. Yep. I'm going to give you this product, and you're going to like this product, because that's what he said in interviews. Like, I don't care what the fans really say. I don't pay attention to all that. He said it before, and he's showing it. And look, there's another way that WWE is going to counter program all this stuff from AEW. And they're also going to stick it where it hurts the most. Streaming service.
Yep.
What are they doing with streaming service? Can you guess?
The ESPN.
Not just only that.
What else?
Okay, think about this. ESPN is only getting PLEs.
Oh yeah, you're right.
They're
You're
not
right.
getting nothing else. They're
No.
not even gonna get a library full of back catalog for
Nope.
any other promotion, like any of their old stuff.
I think Peacock still's gonna keep the red library, don't they?
They never said that either. And what they're thinking is they're gonna some of the old Raws, the SmackDowns, the old WCW pay-per-views and all that stuff, they're gonna find another streaming site so they could give them all that and sell it to them. So they're gonna monopolize the streaming service away from AEW as well. Because
Yeah.
think about it, Tubi, what do they have? They have Evolve right
Yeah.
now. All right, so we already got ESPN with the WWE PLEs, Netflix with Raw. Peacock still has something. Maybe they'll still end up getting something. Maybe they'll be the ones that get the old school stuff, and that's it.
Yeah.
So think about that. That would be that. And then, you still got other streaming service. Maybe they'll give them TNA. Who knows? Maybe TNA will land on the streaming service. And that's the thing, dude. When you take away all that, what does AEW have left?
HBO Max.
Why?
That's the only thing that's gonna take them. It's under Warner Bros. It's under
Exactly my point. And that's a bad thing for AEW because at that point, when your contract comes up, your TV rights deal, you only have one place left. And what they're going to say is like, well, look, man, your numbers did not increase. At this point, we're not going to give you this much money. We're going to give you that down below type of money.
Yeah.
And they got no other options but to take it. I mean, they could go search, but if they can't find another streaming service to take them in on top of a TV rights deal, an actual TV rights deal, they don't really have that much option. I think WWE is aware of that. And it's a scary thought too. As well as we have another counter programming coming up in December.
Yep, for All Out. Already talking about it.
No, World's End.
So sorry, World's End. Thank you. Sorry about that.
And
Cena's last match has been pushed to that day.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you have two options to watch: World's End and Cena's last match, and whoever that would be on. And then we're all thinking it's going to be Saturday night's main event.
We all thought it was going to be Saturday night's main event. They were just pushed to like, nah, we're going to do something else in December.
No, I think it is. They still,
yeah,
okay. They're still talking about Saturday night's main event being the one. Which, look, man, Cena's last match deserves a PLE. Yeah. I'm sorry, but Saturday night's main event is not going to cut it for me. It really isn't. I think it's bullshit. Like I said, your sickles, your AEW sickles are still going to watch World's End. That's not going to go away. But the reason why WWE is also doing this, can you take a guess why? Like, what is another reason? After all we talked about right now, there's one more reason that we're missing here. Can you take a guess at it? What WWE is doing all this counter programming to AEW now? Like, put it this way. Let me give you a hint. All right, September 21st.
Yeah.
Or I might be getting the dates wrong. It could be December 20th. But the point is, they know that they may not be able to compete. Hell, it may not take away too many numbers. I think they'll compete, but they won't take away numbers from All Out because the people are already invested in the storylines. And there's some pretty good storylines for AEW going in All Out already. They have a lot invested in it, and it's going to be a good show. But they're not going to take away too many eyes from the product. I guarantee you that. Those guys that are set AEW fans are going to stick to it, and they're going to watch it. They don't care what WWE is going to do that day. They're still going to stick by AEW. But there's another thing that WWE is after, and it's not viewerships only. It's something else.
Hit me, what it be?
It's the internet. They want to be able to control the headlines, the Twitters, the what's trending. So put it this way, if they give you that oh shit moment, they want to be able to get all eyes on that oh shit moment instead of what was hot this weekend. What PLE? Yeah, maybe All Out does well, but what is it? Brock versus Cena. We have the final boss up here, right? I'm not saying that's gonna happen, by the way, but that oh shit moment. They're gonna have all that stuff trending. WWE really cares about the trending part, the Twitters, all that stuff. They really want to control the internet part of the wrestling business. And that's a smart thing to do right now. It really is. We do have a comment.
The Gaming Geek 101. Who is the future face of WWE?
Right now,
Male wise, Braun Breaker.
future face, Braun Breaker,
I don't see anyone else.
Jacob Fatu. He's still going to be basically the face of WWE for a bit. Believe it or not, he's going to get up there. He's already popping. Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, definitely Dominic.
Roxanne
Perez.
Roxanne Perez is a good one. Honestly, I think she's so young and talented. She has so much charisma. She's gonna stick around for a long time.
You know who's surprised who hasn't really gotten a lot of attention?
Who?
Julia.
Yeah. Just give it some time. It'll be coming out. Can you think of anyone else?
I don't know her age, but Lyra and Valkyria.
I see that. Whoa, we see micromanaging. Honestly, I think we will. Yeah. Why not? For the shock appearance and for the comedy spot.
Oh, and I have him against Omos one more time.
You know what? I even think Omos will return. Not this year, by the Royal Rumble. He'll make a shocking return finally after he's been gone for like, I fucking don't know, like 3 to 4 years. I haven't seen that guy
for a while, dude.
He's been in no one wrestling out in the other side of the world, doing well though. He's doing well, and he's gonna return eventually. But I really do see it at the Rumble, and I do see that spot returning once again. It's gonna be a good spot. It really will be. But let's get back to his counter programming. But yeah, that's a smart way, is to control what's trending, the internet,
the hashtags.
Yep, that's a way that they're trying to.
Brock Lesnar.
Exactly, but like I said, in the end of the day, that's the way that WWE is trying to take away from AEW, slowly but surely. Look, I'm just not a fan of it. I get it. AEW does have its failures. AEW's, I don't think it's going to go away anytime soon. Could this hurt them? Yeah. I could see them potentially hurt them. But, I mean, like, at the same time, like, I get it. Tribalism, some people are for WWE, some people are for AEW, and some people like both. I just don't think that taking one business out and trying to put them under makes any sense, for wrestling. Because in the end, wrestling strives better when there's competition.
Literally.
And why is WWE doing this all of a sudden? What do you think? Like, besides, trying to compete, like, do you still think that they're still holding on to something that Tony Khan said in the past?
I don't think it's even them. I think it's actually UFC with the way they have the other MMA promotions. Like, they know they're there, but it's like, we know we're the top dog because we basically have eliminated everyone else out of the competition. So now they're doing the same thing there, same thing, exact thing. Like, you guys go to AEW, go ahead, but you guys are not gonna get what you guys want. So basically, no other choice.
I think it's all of them, and I'll tell you why. All right, it's TKO, because like you said, they want to control the wrestling business like they basically ruled the MMA business, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's a given. It's a business, and they really want to market, and they really want to sell you on everything.
Yep.
And they're doing it well, buying the shit up. I mean, for God's sakes, you have Finn Balor that releases, what is it?
The Minito.
And they want you to pay $100 for that fucking puppet.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Goodness. No.
That's what I'm saying. They know how to market themselves and make much money, and people will. Because, I mean, whatever's trending, they're going to buy. So, that being said, that's one thing. Now we go to the other side. What's his name? Nick Khan.
Yep.
He kind of does hold a grudge for the shit that Tony Khan has said about him in the past.
A lot of stuff has been said about Nick Khan.
Yeah. So he does hold that grudge. All right. And then vice versa, Nick Khan, they clap back. And so they have the little competition right there. That's another thing. And this is another thing. Triple H, same shit. Does have a grudge, because let's put it this way. This one's going to hurt. Whether Triple H wants to admit it or not, Vince McMahon put him in charge to basically take out the flame that was AEW Dynamite a few years back. What was it? The Wednesday Night Wars.
Mm-hmm.
And he set Triple H to finally finish it off with Triple H's era of black and gold. Didn't work out. AEW came on top.
Yeah.
Drew in more viewerships and basically pissed off Vince, that eventually took it out on Triple H, took him out of NXT, and that's when we had all that change of NXT.
NXT 2.0.
Yeah, which was something else. So
same guy. Gaming Geek 101. TKO is making wrestling expensive, including the ticket prices. Think it was 25,000 US dollars for front row WrestleMania tickets.
It was expensive.
It was there.
Yeah, then SummerSlam was just expensive too. Was way worse. Now, take this for instance. If you're planning to go to 42, where they run it back at WrestleMania in Vegas, that 25,000 guarantee goes to 50. And it's not exaggerating, it's not inflation. It's just what TKO wants to keep charging you. They're going to keep charging you more and more and more, because people are still going to buy those front row tickets. Once they see they're not selling out as much, maybe they'll listen to us. But if people keep attending and paying these ridiculous prices, well, they're going to keep charging us. Green shirt guy has the money.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what he does for a living, but there's rumors he's like a real estate agent or something. He's really successful. So, damn, I got to be friends with him.
I've heard actually he's related to one of the WWE talents. That's why he's always getting the same spot.
But he still got to afford it. It's like, he's not going to get them for free. For God's sakes, if Bret Hart couldn't get a ticket at SummerSlam, couldn't get a seat at SummerSlam.
Bret Hart ain't respected, that's why.
I think even Kevin Nash said that he didn't even get a seat or something like that. Like, he stopped attending. They don't get seats just because they know people. I think he actually pays the prices. Yeah, that's crazy that he has that much money, but
literally for every single event.
Well, if you're rich, fuck it,
Yeah.
You're rich. All right, before I lost my good questions, by the way. Before I lost my train of thoughts, what were
WWE TKO trying to do with the same thing they're doing with
UFC. Sorry. Oh yeah, so Triple H does hold a grudge. And not only this, so Nick Khan and Triple H, probably TKO, they share one thing in common. Here's the big one. They're all pissed off because now they have to offer these wrestlers a bigger contract.
Mm-hmm.
Before it was, we're WWE, fuck you, you go get out of here. We'll offer you this, you take it, or you get out the door. Go join the indies. See how that's gonna treat you like. Then AEW stepped in, offered these wrestlers that were not getting, they were probably getting 6 figures, but on the low end, offer them 6 figures at the high end, and throwing them all these ridiculous high price contracts, and that pissed off the shit out of Triple H, Nick Khan, and now TKO.
Yep.
Because they changed the game. Now, whether you think that's a good thing or a bad thing, no matter what, it changed the game for them. So now they got to offer them even bigger contracts.
Yep.
So they're all holding a grudge in their own way. They're all mad. And they all want to basically bury what's left of AEW. And I don't think it's going to get buried. I still think there's still going to be the number 2 promotion. I hope so. I get it. AEW does have its struggles, and I'm not going to say they don't have a lot of the negatives, because they do. But like I said, I don't want to see WWE monopolize the game. I don't want to see.
I don't want 2019.
2019 or fucking, was it 02 when, was it 01 after 01 where they bought out WCW in general? And
I think that was after 02 when they did it, because remember they had like the whole big promotion like WCW versus WWE and all that stuff,
which was shit completely. And then from there they lost. Wrestling as a whole went down a lot dramatically.
WWE Movie Maker. Hey, welcome back. We appreciate your comment. I'd rather watch MLW.
MLW is pretty good. Yeah, MLW is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I know this weekend we did have we could step away for another topic as well. So this weekend we did have Triple Mania,
Yeah.
and then we also had a CMLL, I think, promotion as well. They both did successfully good. Yeah, so congrats to both of them, man. The market is thriving out there for
That's
Lucha
good.
Libre, which is good. Honestly, it's a great market out there, and it's nice to see that Triple Mania was a lot better than years past. Now, I'm not gonna say it was the greatest show
Of all
ever,
time.
but it was a lot better than the shit shows that it was back then. Because if you ever see any of the Triple Manias shows or highlights, it was pretty bad. But this year was a lot better. Like I said, WWE is trying to control what's trending and stuff. And I was on a convention that weekend, so I did not was able to catch too much. So I was able to catch was trending at the time. So I did see a lot of interesting things. I saw AJ Styles screw out Dominic Mysterio for the
Yep.
title out there against Vikingo,
Mhm.
El Hijo de Vikingo, which was kind of nice to see. I did see Balor have Eldem. Go ahead, pronounce that. Demin.
Oh,
Baldaga.
yeah, whatever. It's just
The puppet, the demon puppet. You got
oh, el
six.
demonito.
Yeah. Oh, we got another comment by the way.
Another
So.
comment by Gaming Geek 101. Gunther should not be John Cena's last opponent. Give it to like Braun Breaker or someone younger.
Okay, you want Braun Breaker? Wait, how old is Gunther?
36, 37.
Is that really old? I don't think that's old, man.
No, hold on. He's 35, about to be 36. I think he's 36, about to be 37. One of the two.
That's hard on our age bracket. I mean, come on,
Literally,
man. I don't think that's old. I still think that's young, but Braun Breaker is really young.
I think what he means was like you're passing now the torch to a younger person's like the next step up after Cody leaves.
Okay, so I got a question for you in that case. If it's not Braun Breaker, who else? So I would like to see you respond on that. Let's just say Braun Breaker wasn't in the picture. Besides him, who else would you think would be a better passing to the torch?
Who would like be after Cody?
Yeah, we got another one.
Yeah, give it to a young up and comer like The Rock. Absolutely.
I like that response, man. Come on, man. Hey, man, give it to a young up and up talent like Randy Orton.
Absolutely. 100%.
He deserves a title shot. He's been doing good for the last 3 years. Man, they haven't pushed this guy at all, man.
Never.
What's wrong with WWE right
Honestly,
now?
man, goodness.
Triple H, wake up. But yeah, no. What else? There was other highlights. So interesting thing. I know El Hijo de Vikingo is getting booed out of the arenas out there, and he's supposed to be the face. He's getting that John Cena treatment, and it's getting pretty bad. And guess why?
Why?
Because the fans don't like the fact that WWE pushed out Alberto Del Rio when he was champion. Because once they bought out, they made Alberto drop the title to him. And the fans are still mad about that. And so they're booing Vikingo and chanting Alberto Del Rio's name. Interesting thing that happened that night was when they inducted, when Raid inducted Conan to their Hall of Fame in AAA, they were chanting Alberto Del Rio or Alberto Patron, whatever his name is out there. And Ray said it in Spanish, I'm going to give him to you. Just give me some time. Which I thought it was interesting. So maybe they won't ever get him back in WWE. But maybe we'll see him back at AAA, which is still kind of interesting. Because he is a controversial figure.
Really is.
And he still snaps on fans. So I don't know if WWE really wants to deal with all that. We got a
couple more comments. All right, cool. As a matter of fact, if Goldberg hated his retirement man so much, give it to him. Give it to Nicholas. Give it to Michael Mann. Laughing my ass off. Gage Goldberg.
Gage Goldberg, okay. Is that the son? Doesn't he have a son, right?
Yeah,
Gage Goldberg. Hey, why not? I mean,
actually, I like Nicholas.
Nicholas. Who's Nicholas?
The kid that teamed up with Braun Strowman at WrestleMania 34.
Oh, no. I'm going to throw you a better one. What's that? -1. If you know, you know. And he got pretty old. I mean, he got pretty tall and stuff. I know he appeared during Cody's championship win at WrestleMania 40. He was there, I think, in the crowd. Then he appeared in AEW recently. He got bigger too. Joe Hendry deserves it. Dude, if you got RKO in 3 minutes, good luck trying to win a world title, man. At this point, I don't know, man. I'm just messing with him.
I gotta believe in Joe Henry, man. Leave him alone.
I mean, I did, but then when he popped out of a fridge recently, I kind of lost hope on him in WWE. I don't know, man. I just don't like the way I had high hopes of Joe Henry, but I feel like he's just going to be a comedy act when he goes into WWE. There's nothing bad to it, but I don't think that WWE is going to see him as an actual top guy. They're just going to see him as an upper mid card, and we know how WWE treats their upper mid card.
By the way, I know who it should be.
Who?
Ron Killings.
Yeah,
young guy. Just better start with the company.
I mean,
Ron Killings.
Yeah, be his childhood hero.
Yep, literally.
Yeah, that would be nice, actually. Yeah,
why not?
Feel good moment there. All right, man, just give it to Brock Lesnar.
Why not?
Yeah, man, the guy still has it, man.
He still has a Cena's number, so why not?
Yeah, but that's an interesting fact, though, man.
This is the one I wanted to talk about. How do you feel about Bret Hart saying Gunther is unprofessional in the ring?
Did he really say he was unprofessional?
Kind of did.
I know he said that he didn't like his whole chop gimmick. And he did say that, back in his day when they, used to train at the dungeon, his father had, one of those things that he would say that no one ever wins by chopping a person in a match. It's not believable, I guess, to him.
16-time world champion Ric Flair. That's it.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. But I don't think Bret was a big fan of Ric Flair either.
It doesn't matter. Who has more championships at the end of the day?
Hey, wait a minute. Who's more respected in the game?
At this point, I think Rick.
I don't know about that. You really want to go there?
I mean, if you think about it recently, because a lot of people are giving Bret a lot of backlash what he said about Gunther.
I still think Bret has a lot more love than Ric Flair does in any time of the day. I could guarantee you that. There's still a lot of hardcore Bret fans.
We actually know one.
Yeah, Ric Flair, on the other hand, comes and goes.
Hold on. But did Ric Flair try to hurt his opponent with those chops? Gunther tries to leave a mark every time he chops.
Look, I think some of the stuff that Bret says, look, you just got to understand, he comes from an old school era. I'm not disagreeing with you. I get it. Gunther does make those chops feel legit. I just think Bret's, he just comes from that past where back then, when they beat you down, they beat you down. Like, you don't see that type of wrestling anymore to this day.
It's all technical.
It's all
technical back in Bret Hart's day.
Yeah. Now we see flippily, jumpy motions. Back then is they beat you down. They'll beat you down. The other day, yesterday, I saw Surfer Sting versus William Regals in WCW back then. William Regals whooping his ass and beating that ass, and it made it look real. And I was telling some friends that, hey, this is a wrestling style that we don't see anymore. No. It's obsolete. So it's just a different era, and I get where Bret's coming from. I don't think he dislikes Gunther. I think he just dislikes some of his movesets, I guess.
I just think he dislikes the chop.
Yeah, and you just gotta understand, he's just like I said, he's way up there in age, and he comes from a different era. I mean, he's also critical with the AEW stuff as well, and I give him some credit with some of the stuff he says. Yeah, I agree with them, but I get it too, man. I think Gunther is one of the the best wrestlers right now in our era.
For his height and his weight, he should not be doing the stuff he does.
Yeah, and he's great on the mic too, man.
Literally.
I think he's one of the best wrestlers we have right now. We have a few comments after that one.
All right, cool. So, your Mount Rushmore wrestlers and why? I would have loved to have seen Bret versus Kurt Angle. That was actually going to happen in an interview, and Kurt Angle actually said it.
Okay, so he said our Mount Rushmore, by the way?
Yeah.
What's yours? You want to start yours off?
I think that should be for another topic before we get completely out of hand.
I mean, I'm just going to say right away.
Go ahead, you go first.
Macho Man. Oh, yeah. Sting, John Cena. That's a tough one of all time. I'm gonna go with Austin.
Okay.
What about yours?
I'll go Cena.
No, you go put your boy Shawn Michaels, man.
Shawn did something, but he didn't do enough. If it wasn't for the injury, it would have been different. But he didn't do enough.
I wanted to put Brett, but I think Austin just did more for the business.
Stone Cold. If it wasn't for Stone Cold, what he did, like when they just let him run loose against McMahon, that really did drive it up.
Right.
Undertaker.
Okay. I like that.
And last but not least, if I was to say, last one's gonna be hard.
Joe Hendry.
Screw yeah, Joe Hendry. No, I'm kidding. You know what? The Rock.
Okay, I can see that too.
Because Rock did something outside the ring that really did like catapult WWE to where it's at right now too.
But I mean, Hulk Hogan did that.
But I mean, you saw the movies that they were.
Man, he made some good ass movie, man. What are you talking about? God's sakes, man. All right, so anyways, continue on to see Kurt Angle versus Brett. Would have been a classic. 5 stars. Who do you have going over, guys? Then that includes you in the comments. I personally think I'm just a Bret Hart fan, but I love Kurt Angle.
I think it goes depending on which Kurt Angle you're going to talk about.
First, starting off Kurt Angle, the first 2 years, I could see
Bret.
him losing. Yeah, Bret.
But the moment the mouth guard went in, he became the wrestling machine. I give it to Kurt, dude, all day.
Fuck, I'll give it to Perk Angle in TNA.
I want to.
That fucker was great. My God, that guy had some of the best matches of his career in Perk Angle. So yeah, that's a good one actually. What else?
Let's see. I need a stable of Fandango, Brutus Clay, and La Parca.
Okay.
Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, Stone Cold, and John Cena.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Andre the Giant. See, so I was actually, and we're gonna talk about this too. I was at the John Cena's Q&A out here in Fan Expo in Chicago. And someone did ask him, what is, one of your favorite wrestlers of all time? He did say Andre the Giant because he was just larger than life. Yeah, so he doesn't get enough credit. He really doesn't. He should be on top of people's Mount Rushmores, but kind of gets overlooked. But he was really over back then.
He really was.
Yeah, I mean, I still think he's still over.
I mean, when Hulk Hogan did the
without
the power slam,
without Andre,
Hogan
would never be existence. I mean, he could still have been big, but he just wouldn't have been bigger because that power slam was iconic. And if anything, I think it took a lot of persuasion to get Andre to agree to put Hogan over, too, because he was still kind of doubting Hogan at that point. But without him putting Hogan over, we just wouldn't have Hulkamania, and wrestling would have not. Yeah, it would have been what it was today. Where are we at now?
Back to our conversation of AEW versus basically AEW versus WWE.
I was talking about the comments. Is that all of them?
Yeah, that's all of them.
Okay, great questions, great comments, guys. We appreciate you guys a lot.
We appreciate the interaction.
Yeah, like I said, if you guys haven't like please, and subscribe if you can. It'll mean a lot to us.
Turn on the notifications.
Yep. Alrighty. So actually, we're gonna go into we were talking about just a little bit of everything. We're gonna go into some other stuff. Naomi and Jimmy. Man, Jimmy, your brother went from yeet and you went from skeet.
Literally, he went skeet.
Yeah. So we already know that last week Naomi was absent due to injuries. I didn't think she was injured.
I didn't think so either.
Yeah, I already kind of figured she was probably, Jimmy did what he did. Like they said earlier, they did the Netflix and chill.
Literally.
And I mean, they probably threw back a Raw, replayed it, and next thing you know, that's what happened. But congrats to both of them. Naomi relinquished her title. She did cut a good promo on Raw.
Big Jim is him.
And that could be his new gimmick.
Jim she does call him Big Jim.
Could be his new gimmick.
I like that Corey Graves broke the fourth wall.
What did he say?
He was actually their government name. He was like John and Trini.
Okay. Oh, that was nice. I like how they break the four Raw sometimes in these moments, which well deserved. So yeah, she relinquished her title. She did cut a good promo before she left. I really like seeing this heel Naomi.
It's fun.
Um,
It's a nice little fun run.
so hopefully everything turns out great. Her, has this healthy baby coming out of this. So I hope we see her after 9 months or whatever time she takes. We see her back and we see her back in the title scene.
She deserves it.
Yeah. So congrats to both of them. The bloodline, like they said, bloodline continues.
Literally. And the
The
funny how
trade.
everyone just said OTC. I was like, no, man, just
Well, OTC, because this could be
Yeah.
the new tribal chief. You never
Literally.
know. The future is here.
another MFT on though.
Oh man, I fucking hate the MFT. God,
Just,
they
it's
really
it's the gimmick bloodline. That's all it is.
man, just kill the stable, dude. Honestly, like, look, the bloodline was great, but too much is a bad thing, man. It's just let's just be done with this and everybody
It's like
move
I
on.
said a few episodes before. It's too much of a good thing, a good thing.
It is. I mean, kind of like Judgment Day. It's kind of getting. It's still good, but it's not as good as it was before either. Especially with not Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan out. Sorry.
Yeah.
What else we got?
If you were a wrestler, would you work for Tony Khan or the Big Boss or the Big Bucks WWE?
Good question. All right. Depending what's my motive here. If I want to make
Money.
the most money and not work as much,
AEW.
AEW, and you can take time off whenever you want. Your schedule isn't that bad. Uh, So here's another thing. Depends your star level. If this is starting out, if this is like a rookie trying to get into the business, WWE, no matter what. WWE is the end goal, right? Because that's where you're going to get the popularity. If you make it there,
You can make it anywhere.
yep. If you're already an established superstar, I will work for Tony Khan if I'm trying to make the most money. But if I'm trying to get my name, popularity out there, and be recognized worldwide, WWE. I mean, it's going to be a harder schedule. They're going to push you, but the popularity is there. It's the recognition, the name brand itself. But like I said, if you're trying to capitalize the most money, you go with Tony Khan. I'm not saying that none of these other stars like Will Ospreay, Swerve Strickland, MJF, Hangman,
The Young Bucks.
the Young Bucks, they're not, well established stars because they are. It's just, that's where I would head to, I guess, if you're trying to make the most money. But you can still make a good name for yourself like MJF has throughout the years. And he's still young.
Still so young.
Yeah, and he's making really good money. But yeah, I mean that's a good question. What about you?
I'd probably do the same thing as you. If it was a rookie, WWE, go ahead, make my name, go forward and actually build it, and then basically eventually move to AEW for the lighter schedule. But if I'm already established and everything, then it goes on what my body's telling me. If my body's telling me, dude, you're banged up from so many just matches you've gone forward and gone crazy with, then go with AEW. But if I still got a couple, then cool, I'll stay with WWE. Why not?
I mean, MJF made a pretty good name and for himself in AEW.
He made a big name for himself.
But
But he's also one of the pillars of AEW, though. One of the young pillars of AEW.
I mean, there's really just him now and Darby Allin because the other ones kind of fell off. Sammy's no longer shown in Dynamite as much.
Literally.
And I don't know what happened to Jack Perry. he just disappeared.
He became the scapegoat.
Yeah, well, he escaped out of there.
Literally. Sounds like it's clear what Karrion Kross needs to do now.
Yeah, that's another thing. Karrion Kross. No, he's not going to join All Elite.
No, he won't go to All Elite.
So if you watch his documentary that he released on YouTube, he cares about telling a story, and that's why he wanted to be in WWE because WWE does focus well on storytelling. Obviously, that did not work out. They did offer him a contract, and it was kind of, I guess, he was kind of like, "Why this? Where do you come up with these numbers? How?" And they said, "Look, we really don't want to explain that. You got 24 hours to respond, or else it'll be revoked." That's literally what WWE told him. And when he asked, "Okay, what about Scarlett?" He said, "Look, we're gonna deal with you, and then we'll deal with her later." That was their response. So to me, that sounds like we're gonna
She is
take
not-
you in,
But we're not focused on her.
and with me, that's a package. You can't have it any other way. That's a
No.
package right there, and they work well together. So, unfortunately, Cross is going to be out of WWE. Maybe one day he'll return. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. He's going to make a name for himself out in the Indies easily. I don't think he's going to AEW though. I really don't. I just don't think there's nothing in there for him. But he's going to make himself, a name in the Indies. So hopefully he comes around here, man, in these indie shows.
The Gaming Geek 101. I hate when people say WWE is fake. We already know that. None of us are stupid.
You'll be shocked. You'll be shocked how some guys may believe that some of this stuff is real. But all jokes aside, yeah. Look, we know it's fake, but it's it's all choreographic, like it's all predetermined. But the injuries are real, man. People still get injured. Movesets are real too. Those chops are real. I took a shot before by some women wrestlers. I, cosplaying, I told them to shop me, and my God, that hurt it. And then, I was recording. I didn't even get the first one on camera. So they did it again. They retook it, and they left the mark on my chest. That hurt it. It really does. There's a couple of moves that are real, and the injuries are real, obviously, and they be career ending. It's no joke. I mean, you have to have strength to lift someone up.
Literally.
You have to have skills to do a bunch of flips.
Literally.
And so it isn't fake. It's just predetermined. That's the word that we're looking for. The magic word.
Predetermined.
Predetermined. Yeah. But what do you think about Karrion Kross though?
I still think, you know what? I'm gonna kind of hold that line of hope, and maybe he shows up at Clash of Paris. Maybe. So, because again, another holy shit moment.
Yeah. Well, let's just hold for hope. There's an interesting one that I forgot to mention this last week, but talks. This kind of came up a little bit today. Dan Housen. I don't know if you remember him, the guy with the face paint, the one that points, like
Yeah.
Yeah. He was pretty over in AEW for quite a while, and
I remember.
Then he just disappeared. And he does local indie shows here and there, so he still appears in the indies. So there are talks like, what happened to him? When does the contract expires? So I guess due to injury time, Tony Khan added on some time on him. But for a while, they were saying that he might actually jump shifts to WWE, either NXT or maybe in the main roster. And I guess my thing is, how do you feel about that? Do you think he'll get over pretty quick? Like, do you think he should just get into the NXT brand?
I think he should get into NXT and then build himself from there, because a lot of people are not going to know where he's from.
You know where I think he should go instead? Like, okay, let's just say you get TNA the deal on the CW. Throw him to TNA.
Yeah.
I think he's a good fit.
I think throw him to balls. Throw him honestly to balls. 1 week, you do one thing. The next week, you do something else. It's like, where is he actually signed at? Blah, 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 this and that. And it just builds speculation. It builds something.
I mean, his gimmick just works well. Plus, he's close friends with CM Punk.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think he's from out here, I guess, in Chicago. I think he is from out here. But he's gonna. That doesn't matter really. But what I'm saying, he's probably close friends with Punk. So I think he'll end up. I think he'll do better in TNA. But he's probably gonna end up in WWE pretty soon, because I don't think Tony Khan wants to use him, and I don't know why. He was well over. I remember when he came out here in the crowd of Chicago, he got a huge pop that day, and he didn't do much. He's like, he just did not do much. But I do like his character. I do hope to see more of him in the future. So, hey, best of luck, man. Hopefully we see you soon on TV again.
Hopefully, brother. Another one, Stephanie versus Rhea Hogan at Clash in Paris.
Why we gotta call her Rhea Hogan?
I don't know. Oh, I guess it's the big boot. I'm guessing more like the big boot. Probably.
Stephanie versus Rhea Hogan at Clash. So what is this? Is this a match happening? It looks like, or we're just saying, what if a scenario?
I'm guessing what if scenario, because I think so far what's going to happen is going to be
Io,
Kabuki Warriors versus Io and Rhea. I feel that's going to be the match.
I could see that happening, but if you're talking about scenario, who goes over?
I would have Stephanie go over.
I would want Stephanie to go over. Okay, so if I'm looking at this through Triple H's eyes, Rhea.
Yeah,
Rhea,
she's
like
homegrown.
Rhea Hogan. I like Rhea Ripley. I do actually. I think she's one of the best women's wrestlers that we have right now, and she's super over with the crowd because she does get a loud crowd
She does.
reaction. But Triple H has her women that are always going to be on top. Becky, Rhea, and
Charlotte.
it could be Charlotte, but it's actually Io now.
Yep. It's
Yeah,
Io.
Io's one of Triple H's favorites. It really is. So I would say Triple H's eye, Rhea. As a fan, Stephanie, your new up and comer, beats Rhea, shocks the world, puts her over, takes her to the next level, which she should deserve. I mean, that spot, she really does get over well with not really connecting on the language, but she does well at it.
Well, she said wrestling is her first language.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, what do you think? You agree with all
I
that?
agree. That's what's Stephanie.
Okay. Alrighty. So put it this way. So I went to Fan Expo, man, and I got to meet my childhood hero, John Cena. I was dressed as the Macho Man, and I'm just gonna tell you a quick story. I I was late, a little hungover the night before because we went with some friends out there too. We drank a little bit too much. Woke up. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna be late for my appointment to go meet John Cena at the photo ops. Hurried my ass up, got stuck in traffic. Right when I was there, it didn't move much. My photo op appointment was 11:15. I didn't finally got out the car at 12. Ran my ass out there on a Saturday. And any convention you ever go to, Saturday is always your busy day.
Yep.
So I had a hard time walking through where I thought I was supposed to meet him at the place that says photo op on the other side of the convention. When I got there and asked, where's the Cena's photo ops? Said, no, that's upstairs. So I had to walk my ass up all the way to the other side, dressed up as a Macho Man, and I was asked for millions of pictures, as I went, which is fun. I'm gonna stop for everybody. You ask me for a pic, I'm always gonna stop, no matter what. I don't care. If I'm late for whatever, I'm gonna stop. So I went up. I met with some friends out there right away when I got up there, and they kind of helped me out. So thankfully for them, at these conventions. And when I got there, I told the guy, "Look, man, I'm late. like I was 11:15. It's already 1:30. Like, can
Not
I?"
late at all.
Nah, but you have times. What the way they're doing this now is that they have a time set schedule, and that's how they do it. That way, you can go, enjoy the convention, come back, and stand in line for a bit, and then you don't have to wait all day, which is nice. So when I got there, he just looks at me like, "Yeah, you're pretty late." I was like, "All right." So I see 4 lines, and 3 of them were really long, and I'm like, "Oh fuck, I'm gonna be at the long one." Then he sets me to the shortest line in the front. I only waited 15 minutes.
It's not bad.
Yeah, I get there, I meet him, and right away he's like, "Macho Man," gives me that Macho Man thing, and I'm like, "Yeah," and start getting the voice, "Yeah, brother." And then I'm gonna get close to Cena, like everybody else is taking a picture. He's like, "Nah." It's like, "You want to do the mega powers?" I'm like, "Yeah." And so I'm supposed to grab his hand, look angry. Instead, I cheesed up, smiled, and that's how I took my picture, smiling like an idiot while he's all angry, like, "Arr." I'm like, I mean, look, a picture's a picture. It's well worth the money I spend. It's the memories that's never gonna take me away. Did we get another comment, Wells?
Yeah, we did. I said, imagine a heel EO with Paul Heyman.
Heel EO with Paul
Paul
Heyman.
Heyman.
Great mouthpiece. Yeah. But why Paul Heyman, man? Why not? Let's get a women wrestler out there, man. Let's get a legend out there that's good on the mic, man. Imagine if Becky winds down her career and just becomes a manager. I think that'll be great. I really do. Hey, we need more women manager out there. We really do. What else we got?
AEW killed Okada's momentum. Doesn't feel like a big superstar.
That's a tough one. I still think Okada has that drawing power, but they didn't know how to establish him, right? So yeah, in a way, I think put it this way, if he goes to WWE even right now, I still think the name value is there. I still think so. I just don't think AEW knows how to establish them at all and use them properly like they should. And then also, I don't think he gives a shit. He's getting paid. He's old. He's an old guy. He's been in the game for so long.
Literally.
He wanted the paycheck and the lighter schedule. That's what made more sense for him. And he's never going to go to WWE. Maybe for a legend contract, but he just wants the paycheck, the lighter schedule, and he still wants to appear every now and then, wrestle with some of the best wrestlers in the world. So I agree with you to that sense that, yeah, it just doesn't seem like a big draw, but I just think that AEW doesn't know how to use his potential because, hell, if he gives out that old Okada classic match from the past, he'll get back at that scene, get the popularity back easily, but they just don't know how to establish them that well. What else we got?
Lana was great.
Lana. Oh yeah. No, yeah, she was. I like her as a manager. If we're talking about manager, yeah, that's what I'm saying. We get some more women managers because we never really see too many women managing other women.
We don't.
So why not? That's what I don't get. Doesn't make any sense. Like, that's nice. So back to my story. All right, that happens. I got tickets to go see, to line up in the front for John Cena's Q&A question. All right. I go in. I kid you not. The man was late 45 minutes. Now, I don't know why. He never really said why. But whatever. We're in there. And for like 45 minutes, we couldn't really see him. So,
Literally.
He lived up to his gimmick. But once he got there, he got the huge reaction. People went crazy. I geeked out too. I'm in the front. I geeked out. So at some point, they did ask him a question. They had some really good questions in there, by the way. Like, some of the guys that were asking the questions were like, they knew what they were going to say and all this. So they asked him about his heel run, brother. And let me find the quote. That way I'm not butchering this. And so he was asked about his heel run, he admitted that he says it himself. He said about his heel run was a failure the moment he did his first promo as a heel. You remember that? When he came back out and to address the fans, he didn't really agree with it, how he went about it. He thought it was a failure. And this is what his quote was, that I wasn't upset. No, I failed. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You can learn from failure, right? And I agree with that, by the way. I went up there and bombed the shit. I bombed. Shit happens. Which I agree. Look, his whole real run wasn't great. And I think he knows that. And I think he admits it. But he's one of those guys that's very humble that says, hey, it happens. We all can learn from failure. And that's a good life lesson in general. I think he's one of the, to me, he's one of the, how would you say this? Like, because a lot of these legends have a lot of controversial past. And I'm not saying he never had anything bad about him said, because we heard stories. But, like, he's one of the few that you really have a lot of bad things to say. He's one of the guys that's really careful how he appears all the time. And he seems a lot more humble than a lot of the other stars on top. Like, he just understands that, hey, sometimes you fail and sometimes you understand, instead of some other wrestlers would be like, no, it was great. It's like, I think that was a good question overall. And I mean
the guy that says they should have promoted his goodbye tour for 7 months.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say any names. The point is, I could mention a bunch of other religions that are, as big as Cena, but we're not gonna go there. But yeah. So another thing, they did ask him about the final boss, The Rock, and what he thinks about the whole him disappearing, afterwards. And John Cena's, look, right now, in my final run, I'm not gonna address The Rock. Maybe after I'm done, we could talk about this. But for now, we're not going to speak about it. So take that as you may.
Yep.
That was a really good question. Really good way he answers these questions, just tells you how it is. If he doesn't want to talk about it, he doesn't want to talk about it. So it'll be interesting to see once his run is done with wrestling, Is he going to address some of the stuff that happened behind the scene and what's really happened? You know, because we're hearing it was Triple H, it was The Rock,
It was TKO.
but we haven't asked the man himself, the guy who admits that I just go in
They gave me what they gave me,
and I roll with it. He doesn't really put any input. I mean, they ask another question like, would you ever relive any of your moments in wrestling matches, you know, your rivals, like, and who would it be, or what would it be? He says, I wouldn't, you know, it happened, it's there, we move on, you know, which I agree, you know, like, I just like the way he answers these questions. Honestly, it was a great experience. The 12-year-old me was geeking out. Honestly, dude, it is just amazing. I mean, I was starstruck. But honestly, it was a great Q&A, and we did get a lot out of it.
That's good.
I
Man.
see. What else comments do we have, by the way?
Got 2 more comments. Predictions for the Royal Rumble winners next year and why?
Damn, we're going all the way to the Royal Rumble. Which one? The Saudi? Is
Or the
it the greatest
regular?
Royal Rumble? Isn't that the one coming up soon?
I don't know. He said next year, so I don't know.
Oh,
Or she
man.
said they said next year.
All right, so men and women, real quick. That's a tough one. Women. Let me go with the women. I could see Roxanne Perez.
I'm gonna say Roxanne.
Roxanne Perez makes sense.
You know
Stephanie.
who else I could see though?
Who?
Aside from one of them two, Lyra Valkyria.
Yeah, but I'm not. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of her. In the ring, I think she's great. In promos,
No.
she connects with fans, but then she disconnects.
All in the same sentence.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna just go with Roxanne. I like Roxanne. I think she's the future of wrestling. Or it could be Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan comes back and wins it.
Yeah, if she comes back by then, I'm gonna put my money on Liv Morgan winning it.
Okay.
For the men's side, you want to go first because I got to think about this one. The men's side, I'm gonna go for the right now. My answer right now for the fuck of it, for shits and giggles, because it was supposed to happen last year. CM Punk.
Yeah.
Like maybe he finally gets his moment. He probably finally wins the main event at Mania. Let's go with CM Punk. I mean, we could go with like a Braun Breaker, a Bronson Reed, a Fatu. I don't think WWE.
Mysterio.
Yeah, but I don't think WWE's ready for that right now. I don't. Do you really think these guys are? Do they want to strap really the Rocket? You remember, this is not the fantasy booking. This is WWE's way of thinking.
Yeah.
I don't see it. I could see CM Punk. I could see a top name.
CM Punk. Hell, maybe even Gunther.
Maybe, but by that time it has to make sense. It's too early, I guess you could tell, but yeah, no, I'm gonna go with CM Punk. We'll talk about it eventually, obviously. What else?
Does Roman Reigns have a controversial past that I'm aware of? No. That I do know though, he did have the cancer thing. Came back with leukemia.
How's that controversial?
No, I said he does not have a controversial past.
No.
The only past I know about him was the whole like cancer thing. That's the only thing I know about him. But controversy was with him? No. Controversy was with him? No. There's been none.
He's quiet. He's very keeps to himself. I think he is a locker room leader. There's no stories about him.
No.
So maybe he probably will like.
Yeah.
Which is good.
And then last but not least, Braun Breaker versus Seth Rollins at Las Vegas WrestleMania.
So you're thinking that's gonna happen? Do you think us think that might happen? I think it's a little too soon. It's a great match. I would hope Braun would go over.
I'll wait another year before you do that.
Yeah, because I think
when I got a SummerSlam, I might have him do it.
Because I think Seth could probably face off with someone else by then, but I will wait another year.
You see, WWE Movie Maker even said the same thing. Braun versus Seth at WrestleMania.
Damn, both of y'all. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if the storyline was right, and if he drops, okay, so if that's going to work, he has to drop his title and gets So put it this way, it has to be a situation where Braun cost him the title in a way, and it could be by accident. And this has Seth
Feel
and
me?
Bronson Reed with maybe a new potential member added. Surprise comes out and attacks Braun Breaker and beats him down. You have the muscle Bronson Reed still there. So you still could have that happen. And then this sets the feud all the way to Mania. Now, my question is, would this be for a title or just a singles match? I think it works
I think
well.
he's trying to say title. At this point, though, if it was me, I wouldn't do it right now.
And
Because Braun, aside from the Intercontinental, under Seth hasn't won anything.
yeah, and then from that, you would have to make Braun win the Rumble, and then you kind of have a Batista 2.0 thing
Literally.
going on, which is not a bad thing. It's you've seen the story. Will you be intrigued seeing it again? I guess.
Yeah.
Every cycle stuff. I'm not. I would like to see a new storyline where Seth loses the title and then they feud. They kick him out of the group, they beat him down badly. He comes back, sets off the whole mania, goes after the whole vision, spears the shit out of everybody, and then comes only him and Seth.
Yeah.
What else we got?
That's one. Yeah. I just told you.
There's another one.
Oh, Sammy versus Rollins at Mania World Title match? Question mark.
That makes sense. I like that because it looks
Hell,
like
you know what? Sammy could actually win the Royal Rumble. Forgot about that.
yeah, that's where it looks like the reason I say I like that is because that's the answer I was forgot about too, where it looks like Sammy's the ultimate underdog still, and he looks like he's on his way to winning a world title and probably gonna win the Royal Rumble, get his feel good moment finally.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I could see him going over Seth. I mean, it makes sense, but
Sammy Hogan.
Sammy Hogan. Well, that's what they're calling him now, Sammy Hogan, because he beat Karrion Kross.
Yeah. You know who else I believe could actually win it from the women's? Bailey.
I liked her right now. I like her gimmick where we don't know what she's going, and she's probably going crazy right now.
She's going crazy. That's why I see like it can happen.
I like the whole ending of that promo. Do you need a hug? Like I couldn't stop cracking up. Like, do you need a hug? I mean, I'm interested. Actually, that's the one I'm interested right now. That whole storyline tonight. What
Royal
else?
Rumble Power Rangers edition. This man.
I mean, who you got to going over, man?
Probably Tommy.
Nah, man, you got to get Jason, the Red Ranger. Yeah, Jason all the way. Wait, if Kimberly's in there, I don't know, man. Kimberly was a childhood crush. I'm gonna go with Kimberly.
I mean for the women's.
No, you're having Power Rangers. Just anything goes. They're all in there
Literally.
from every era. I mean for the women's.
Royal Rumble Power Rangers.
Okay.
In Saudi Arabia.
No, oh, I get you. I get you. Okay, so they're talking about the women's rumble. Yeah. No, I get you. They're all dressed up. I mean, they already have the Power Ranger edition. Yeah,
Literally.
that's what they call themselves basically because they have to cover everything up.
Honestly,
Head to toe. Man, different cultures equals different results, unfortunately, but it happens. I mean, Saudi's going to get more PLEs eventually in the future because they already have WrestleMania coming up, I guess, the Super WrestleMania, whatever they're going to call it. And they're going to keep adding more because they keep throwing money at them, and WWE's not going to say no to it.
Especially together, they're not going to say no to it.
They're offering fucking millions to billions of dollars just for these type of results, and they're going to get whatever they want. That's for sure.
Saudi Arabia getting a WrestleMania with The Rock as a potential headline.
Yeah.
We talked about that last week.
Yeah, I think it's going to happen. The Rock has, stake into the company.
Yeah.
And if the Saudi prince wants it, really has no choice but to give it to him.
Why not?
I don't think it'll be good. I don't see it going good for that storyline. I don't think it's going to go good. It's going to be entertaining. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Storyline, it's not going to make sense. It never does right now with The Rock in it because he's not invested like he was with the Bloodline thing. But no matter what, when you have The Rock, you're going to be entertained.
Same thing. LOL, the only thing that will bring back Rock on TV is the Saudi money.
I mean, I think that brings up anybody. I mean,
Literally.
look what happened to Shawn Michaels. I retired. I'm never coming back. Bam. All right, let's go. DX. One more time for one
Brothers
more
with
night.
destruction.
What a shitty match that was. Hell, you even had Goldberg versus Taker.
Lord.
And I don't even think Taker wanted to wrestle him, but I mean, that money talks.
Literally.
You had a lot of good matches. I'm gonna say good matches of being sarcastic, but the last couple of Saudi shows has been better, so I'll give them that. A lot better.
Probably my Goldberg too. Please don't.
Nah, hell no. Please don't.
Please don't.
I would probably
It
bring.
would. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It
you
would
read
be
that. Nah, not for the type of money they're gonna offer them. Fuck that.
No.
You know. So honestly, dude, it's just been a crazy couple of days with all these news dropping.
Literally.
I mean, anything else that you heard recently? Because I heard one other recent thing.
It looks like WWE is trying to push back Raw 1 hour. Instead of them starting at 7, they're going to start at 6.
Not
The
really.
next 3 shows are actually advertised to be started at 6 after the Britain one.
You know why?
Why?
I'm surprised you don't know why.
No, I just saw the headline. That's it.
If it's coming up soon that they're gonna do that, what season's coming up?
All football season.
But that's why they know they can't compete with Monday Night Football, so they're gonna lose some ratings there.
A lot of ratings.
So it makes sense to push back an hour because Monday Night Football is usually around
7:38.
Yeah, depending where you're from, it starts later, obviously. So if you push back, they could still get some viewers before the drop off. But they're banking on the drop off still being strong because people tune in for the main event, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Who would win? Who would you like to face in the ring? Yourself versus who? WWE. No microman allowed.
Who would I like to face?
He said James Ellsworth.
Who do you face?
Who would I face? Just for the hell of it, for the technicality of it, Owen Hart.
I would like a match with Gilbert. I just like to see the man come out.
Sparklers.
The fire extinguisher.
The sparklers.
Yeah, I like the fire extinguishers when they blew it at him. He goes like, ah. That's all I can't even see. Like, ah.
Noise in the background. Gilbert.
Well, they did chant that.
Yeah.
Gilbert. I mean, if we're going, okay, so pure comedy, it'll be Gilbert. We're going to actual wrestling. Fuck it, I just think he's a good wrestler myself. I'm gonna go with Will Ospreay or AJ Styles. AJ Styles, because I'm a big fan of AJ Styles as well. So it would be nice to go either with the Ospreay or AJ Styles if I was technically in that level speaking. And what was the other comment?
And then no microman, James Ellsworth. That's it.
Okay. No, why not James Ellsworth?
For comedy, why not? The no chin music.
You're telling me Gilbert was a lot more better wrestler than James Ellsworth? Probably. Actually, I think he was. Who were you face again?
Owen Hart.
Owen Hart. What about a comedy wrestler besides James Ellsworth? You want to go against Doink? You want to go against
Electrocuted Goldust?
Man, why you gotta put the man bogus like that? Nah. Goldust is still a good wrestler when he was electrocuted.
It's just the promo.
That's bogus, man. That's
just funny.
No micro. Never mind. What else we got?
Has WWE removed pyro? I noticed no pyros for the last couple of shows. No, they still have them, just on specific ones.
They only have it on special wrestlers. Obviously Cody Rhodes. Who else? There's only
Brock,
but Brock's not really ever there. They only have it on the bigger stars, I guess you could say. Cody's always gonna have it. Cena never had pyro. Drew McIntyre that I'm aware of. No.
CM Punk, no.
Jay never had it. So maybe they did cut back somewhat of pyro. Because I remember a lot of the superstars used to have a lot of pyro back then. Batista, Shawn Michaels. Who else? There was a couple of people, but I do remember a lot of people had pyro. Kurt Angle, Edge. Oh wow! Now that I think about it, yeah, they gave everybody up. Yeah, everybody got pyro, but they probably did cut back on pyro. probably one of those TKO moves. Like, do we need the pyro?
We need to spend the money in the pyro.
Do we really need a good brand entrance theme, or can we just keep that,
What's the song?
Def Rebel again? That way they can make the shitty fucking same theme songs for everybody, which they have. But I guess lately some wrestlers are getting new theme songs from some other companies like Becky Lynch,
Yeah, she got a new one.
which is better, way better than the Def Rebel shit that she's been getting. Hopefully everybody else does too, because I'm getting tired of this shit. Honestly, I don't know why TKO goes really cheap on a theme song. Where back in the day, when you ever hear a theme song, you pop right away knowing who it was.
Jim Johnson.
Yeah, now you just kind of seem like, what is
That's
it?
it. Yeah, just a pyro comment. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. One interesting thing before we start closing this thing off tonight. Mandy Rose went on a podcast recently and gave some interesting facts on her time in NXT. Remember the whole time she was there?
Mm-hmm.
She did mention about this herpes outbreak in the ring mat situation where she was like, that was happening during her time there, which I was like, what in this is more of my what the fuck moment, like what the fuck is this shit? I did not know this was a thing, if it's actually a thing, if she's telling the truth, because I still think she has a lot of, I think she has some animosity against WWE. They did not leave in good terms. She's doing, what, fans? And she's making way more money, and I don't think she's ever going to return.
No.
So I don't know what the hell she's on, and if that's even possible to get, because I guess like they had to keep cleaning the ring constantly so that way the outbreak doesn't happen, but I don't think that's how it works.
If it gets in your system.
Yeah, but I don't think it sticks to the mat. I think it dies off like on the surface.
I mean, it could be based with skin if you bleed, and if you have an open cut or open wound, it happens. Then yeah, that's why.
But I'm saying is the blood dries up. It's not alive by then, but it touches the mat. It's like we're talking about on the mat, not skin to skin contact. I could understand that, but I think she was talking about on the mat itself that they had to keep cleaning it.
Depends on how bad it is.
I don't think that's how it works. I think it dies off after so much time. It just doesn't stick like that. That's why I think it's kind of crazy. I mean, I don't know. That's just what I think. I think that was more the what the fuck moment of the week that I was like, what the hell is this girl on? But honestly,
answer your question, wrestling, the Gaming Geek 101. Our next podcast is next week, Monday, the 20.
It's every Monday.
Yeah, it's every Monday.
It's every Monday from 10:30 or 11 start time. Sorry if we're not constantly there. Sometimes we have some technical difficulties, or our time.
We're gonna get more punctual though.
Yeah,
about 10:30 though, starting next week.
Yeah, but we appreciate your comments tonight. It was great.
That's why I said from the beginning. Subscribe, get the notification, put the little bell on so you know right away we're gonna start.
Yeah, that way you guys come up with way more questions for next week, because some of these were really good. It had me thinking too, man.
I want to see someone have a gimmick of being Goku from Dragon Ball. That's why.
I mean, you basically have that. I mean, that's an OP gimmick. You had that with Super Cena, Hulk Hogan. What was the OP? I think it was just those two guys that I could say.
I want to go like dress wise though. I was gonna say Steve Blackman.
That was the closest to mouth, but that motherfucker was the real deal.
Literally,
he could kick your fucking ass in the ring. Oh man, speaking of Steve Blackman, you know what my favorite underrated match was? Him and Ken Shamrock. Their whole storyline, because those guys were legit badasses.
Yeah,
Steve Blackman was really a black belt, and Ken Shamrock was a good fighter back in the day. So when those dudes collided, I feel like WWE dropped the ball and just didn't know how to really proceed with them the right way. And it could have been a bigger storyline than what it should have been.
Will El Grande Americano expand more than 3 people?
Yeah,
I can see it.
The multiverse of Grande Americanos.
The many levels of Grande Americano.
You might have a micro Grande Americano coming up soon.
Oh God, I can see it happening.
I guarantee that's gonna happen. I feel like it's gonna happen.
I feel like it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen sometime in AAA.
I feel it.
That'd be funny.
It'd be hilarious.
Yeah. Alrighty. But look, guys, it's been a great night.
We appreciate the comments interaction. Honestly, it was a lot of fun. We appreciate it.
You guys have a great night. Like I said, like and subscribe. Thank you for joining. We'll see you next time.
And don't forget to set notifications.
Oh, yeah.